Hi, I'm Deanna and I'm an animal behaviourist. You're in the middle of reading your new puppy 8 Tips for Success, and I'm going to explain the sensitive period of development in this video, which you've already read about in a different analogy to try and get you to really comprehend it. So in this analogy, we're going to think of the sensitive period of development, which is a special window of time, an opportunity you have with your puppy when it's very impressionable, between 3 and 16 weeks of age, to get it used to and socialised to a lot of new experiences. And the reason you want to do this is to prevent potential behaviour problems occurring in the future, such as anxiety, fears, phobias and nervousness. Okay, so what we're going to look at in this analogy is we're going to imagine that you are travelling around the world with your puppy in their first 16 weeks of life. So we're going to imagine that your puppy has got a passport, such as the ones here, a passport like we would have if we went travelling. Yeah, but rather than getting a stamp in your passport as we would here, so there's stamps here for each country that you will have visited. Your puppy is going to get a stamp in his puppy passport for each new experience that he's encountered within the sensitive period of development, so within those 16 weeks. And those experiences all need to be positive. So your goal is to visit as many places and have as many positive experiences as possible to fill your puppy's passport so that he's a well-travelled dog like we may be in the world, if you like. So we are broadening his experience. So to put it in human terms, if I've never been travelling before and I've never had a passport and never got a stamp in my passport, I might fear going abroad and leaving the country. It's unknown, I'm not sure what's going to happen, etc. So I might be quite nervous of that. Puppy, if he hasn't experienced lots of different experiences within his sensitive period of development in the right way, may also be quite nervous of those new things, and may have a fearful reaction to those things that can develop into behavioural problems. So what we need to do is make sure that your puppy is well experienced in lots of different things within that sensitive period of development. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a puppy passport here. So here's his passport, and we are going to get him to experience new things in a positive way. And now how we can do that is by using a shaping cue, such as the word wow. And I like wow because it's really exciting. So you teach your puppy at home, wow, and give him a treat. Wow, give him a treat. So that puppy looks up to you when you say that word as if, oh, something good is about to happen. I usually get a treat. Yeah, so he's expecting something good. What we're going to do then is we're going to take him into new experiences, and we're going to use our shaping keywords, wow. And we're going to say wow as a person comes past on a skateboard, for instance. Here's your puppy stamp, skateboard, stamp, into the book there. He's had a positive experience. He knows what skateboards are. He thinks that that's a good thing. So we move on to our next experience. The next experience may be school children. So we're going to deliberately take him around where there's a schoolyard or children are coming out of school. And we go, wow, as the noisy children pass him. Stamp. He's got another positive experience in his puppy passport here. He knows what that means. He knows noisy children is a good thing. So then we're going to, instead of just going to a cafe on our own, as we may do normally with our friends, we're going to make sure we take Puppy with us. He's going to a cafe with us. He's going to sit under the table there while you're having a drink. He's going to see lots of people, lots of commotion, lots of things happening around him. So stamp. He's at a cafe, he's in a busy place, and it's a positive thing. We're going, wow, each time somebody walks past him, wow, this is a good thing, and we're giving him a treat. Yeah. What we also need to be careful with, though, is that as we said, this period in his development is a very impressionable time, so we can actually introduce negative experiences quite easily as well. So we have to be very careful of that. Here we've got, in a red stamp here, is he was introduced to an angry man in a street unintentionally. He was just walking past, someone was angry, they were shouting, you just rushed him past, but what he felt was fear in relation to that. So your negative stamp is now in your book. Now he's had a negative experience to an angry person on the street. So what we need to do, whilst he's still within that socialization period, in terms of that sensitive period, what we need to do is make sure that he then associates angry voices, you know, loud, annoyed voices, with something positive. So we'll imitate loud, angry noises, and we will give him a treat whilst we're saying wow and giving him a treat. What we need to do is offset that negative experience that he had within that sensitive period with lots of positive encounters to the same thing, to offset that, if you like. So what you're aiming for is this. You want a puppy passport, a puppy that's well experienced in lots of different things that they need to be well adjusted to as an adult dog. So you need to think about everything that he may need to do as an adult dog, and use your puppy passport as a way to get those positive stamps, that positive association to those new things. The same as with people. If we've got lots of stamps in our passport, we're well travelled, we're no longer nervous when we're going into new experiences and going to new countries. We're using the same kind of analogy here for your pet. So what we need to do is fill our puppy passport with lots of positive associations and get all these pages full. What I've got here is a puppy socialization checklist chart. So this is a lot easier for you to use. What you can download this from the Animal Behaviour Australia website. You just hop in there and go to the learning zone, and you'll find it there. What this has done is we've detailed on here all the different experiences that your puppy might go through as an adult dog. So we've collated them all together, but you need to also remember that this is for an average person. Your lifestyle might be very different. You might need to look at these boxes and add more to the bottom for your particular lifestyle in terms of what you think your dog might need to experience as an adult dog. They all go onto this list here. Okay, and then you need to have a positive association to each thing on this list. And you'll see on the list here, there's not just one box, there's numerous boxes after each thing. And that's to remind you to really cement a positive association. We need to do that thing with puppy more than once. So as many times as we can do these things before your puppy reaches 16 weeks of age. At 16 weeks or thereabouts, it's different for different breeds of dog, but as a general guide, between 3 and 16 weeks. But after that 16 weeks of age, the puppy's hazard avoidance behaviour gets switched on. We term it from a behaviourist point of view. That means that they're no longer just impressionable. They go into each situation with caution, if you like. So they will be evaluating the situation now. They're going to be going into this situation thinking, is this a good thing or not? The value of the sensitive period of development is that they are walking into every situation with no impression at all. So that means that we can mould them as we want, as long as they have a positive association in that situation. There's no fear. They're not questioning things. They're just accepting whatever we put in front of them, and if we put it in front of them in a positive way, they accept it as positive. Okay. So on the back here, there's full instructions of how to use this socialization chart correctly. So if you forget everything that I've told you throughout this video, that doesn't matter, because it's all on the back here for you, clearly explained how you need to use this, what you need to do. Pin it on the fridge. Make sure you use it. This is puppy homework, and it's the most valuable thing you can possibly do with a puppy to prevent behavioural problems from establishing in the future. Well, I hope that all made sense. This is a special time that you've got ahead of you with your puppy. Really important that you enjoy it. You need to get on doing all this stuff so that you don't get potential problems, but also just make sure that you have fun. This is a really special time that you've got. Please let us know how you go. If you find this information useful, let us know that. You know, it's always good to hear that people are on the right track from the beginning with their puppy, and we've had some part in that. That's really nice for us to know. So good luck on your journey, and stay tuned for more tips.